Flood watch, gale wind warning, severe weather warnings, heavy rainfall. This is Force 13's regional AU channel with the latest on the worsening weather system to impact a large area of the east coast of Australia. Australia's east coast is bracing for more major flooding, with hundreds of millimetres of rain pouring down. Lismore again facing a major flood event. And the third one for this year. Evacuation warnings are now in place for Morwee in New South Wales northwestern region. Severe weather warning for heavy rainfall for the southeast coast, the Darling Downs and Granite Belt forecast districts. Heavy, likely intense rainfall possible over far southeast Queensland today. Low pressure system currently off the Sunshine Coast is forecast to move slowly southwards during the day, reaching the Gold Coast this evening, and the system is very likely to remain close to the far southern Queensland coast and has some potential to move just onshore south of Brisbane this afternoon and evening. The low is then expected to move more rapidly southwards on Monday. Heavy rainfall may lead to flash flooding, may affect parts of the southeast coast districts during today. 6 hourly rainfall totals between 90 to 150 millimetres possible. 24-hour rainfall totals between 100 to 150 millimetres possible, likely reaching up to 300 millimetres along the coast and ranges. Likely intense rainfall may also lead to dangerous and life-threatening flash flooding. 6 hourly rainfall totals of up to 200 millimetres. The highest risk areas are about the coast and ranges. A separate severe thunderstorm warning will be issued if very dangerous thunderstorms with intense rainfall are detected. The onset of heavy rainfall should occur during this morning with a gradual contraction southward and later in the day, and a potential clearance out of the state by late tonight. Flood watch will be updated around midday. Locations currently under the warning here in the southeast Queensland region: the Gold Coast, Brisbane, Maroochydore on the Sunshine Coast, Caboolture, Coolangatta and Ipswich. The Bureau has cancelled the warning for the Wide Bay Burnett. So once again, the east coast is in trouble. Now here's a look at the Bureau's total forecast rain, days 1 to 4. Flood watch, severe flood warnings remain current for the southeast Queensland, Wide Bay, Burnett areas. Locations under the warning: Gold Coast, Maroochydore, Brisbane, Caboolture, Coolangatta and Ipswich. Even the Darling Downs is under the severe weather warning. And New South Wales, a similar picture. Severe weather warning for northern rivers, the northern tablelands, the mid-north coast, and the Bureau will update that this morning. The information is basically the same. There's a gale warning for the Gold Coast waters, strong wind warning for the Sunshine Coast waters and Moreton Bay. Hazardous surf warning current for the Byron coast, and a similar warning for Monday. Flood watch for the northern rivers, the mid-north coast will be updated, and initial minor flood warning for the Macleay River, minor flood warning for the lower Hunter River, the Owara River, major for the upper McIntyre River, moderate flood warning for the Severn River. The warnings continue to be updated, and flood watch for Victoria's Snowy River, Bunyip River, Yarra River, just to name a few. Now we have a look at the instability from 10 a.m. through the 2200 hours tomorrow. A gale warning for New South Wales Byron Coast, and a strong wind warning for the Goths and Macquarie Coast. Heavy, locally intense rainfall possible over the northeastern New South Wales today and Monday. And this instability looks very strong to the north of Brisbane. That's for a Monday afternoon, so it looks like we might see some storm activity extremely high instability, and over the last few days tornadoes and funnel webs and water spouts have been recorded. Storm probabilities also for the same period. Showers developing in places that aren't Eastern Australia. For those of us living in Eastern Australia, you would have been forgiven if you thought that the weather ignores the western side of the country. Afraid not. Although certainly not as extreme as what we're seeing here on the east coast. Showers will develop over southwest WA today. Deepening trough will pull down some of the moisture from the northern tropics, allowing showers and even the odd storm to form over southwest Western Australia. While not getting into the crazy 3 digits like southeast Queensland and northeast New South Wales, rainfall totals to 10 to 30 millimetres forecast for the area, bringing cities and towns closer to their October average rainfall. Perth, for example, is currently sitting at 16.2 millimetres for the month, however averages 40.1 millimetres for October. Now this is the winds at the 850 millibars level. The climate that develops from the system will also help drop temperatures by a couple of degrees over the next several days, with temperatures in the comfortable low 20s, high teens forecast across the southwest. The trough will deepen, and deepening low will clear by Tuesday as it shifts east, where you guessed it, will generate further widespread showers and storms across eastern Australia later in the week. The wind speed is measured in knots and at the bottom of the screen. Severe weather warning for the mid-north Witherland, parts of the Mount Lofty Ranges, Murraylands, Flinders and the northeast pastoral districts. Heavy rain may lead to flash flooding. Forecast for the mid-north, the Witherland and Murraylands and adjacent parts of the Mount Lofty Ranges, along with the northeast pastoral districts today. 6-hourly rainfall totals between 30 to 50 millimetres, with isolated falls to 60 millimetres possible with embedded thunderstorms. Locations which may be affected include Renmark, Clare, Lameroo, Jamestown, Karoonda and Boa. Saddleworth recorded 43 millimetres in 6 hours to 20 to 8. Freeling 38 millimetres in 6 hours to 7:30. Now we have a look at the supercell probabilities.